Hey, Phelan. Yeah, I'm the con chair for Bewhiskered and general kind of all-around person at NCAST, so I do a lot of things, but I'm happy to be here today for BRFF.
Down and on the right side of your screen, we have Rose.
Hey everybody, I'm Rose. I work with Dusk in programming, and I'm happy to be here.
And along with Phelan and Rose, we also want you to play along with us. If you're watching us live on twitch.tv/NC Anthro Society, we're going to do our best to watch the chat room. You can give our players suggestions in some games, and some of the games we're going to see if we can figure out who's exists in our SS games and give some shout outs. But we'll see what we can do. All right, are we ready for our first game of the day?
Let's do it.
All right. Time for... Please move. It's a Showcase Showdown. This is going to work just like the finale of The Price is Right, with the exception that I didn't get a budget to buy an ED prize here. Your prizes are imaginary, but the prize for winning is real. I'm going to show you a list of prizes, and your job is to tell me, guess, what is the total cost of those prizes without going over. And whoever gets the list is going to win. And I can also tell you that because we had to do RFF virtually here, I decided to be extra nice and get both of you showcases that are themed around conventions in a different part of the country, so you can go ahead and have another instant convention experience before we're back at BRFF in Nashville next year.
Nice. So now is probably a good time to say that I don't ever buy anything, so I'm really bad at estimating prices, but I know conventions, so maybe you'll actually do well at this.
Yes, I'm sure you're very well tuned. Both of you, I'm sure, are very tuned to all of the sorts of prizes that will be available in these showcases today, playing right to your strengths. So we decided beforehand that you're going to go first for the first showcase. You're going to go second. And when I can tell you that you're getting, it's a Memphis, Tennessee convention showcase.
Ooh,
Nice.
So
I know nothing about Tennessee except for driving through it.
Well, you're not going to have to drive this time. I'm getting you Greyhound bus tickets from Asheville to Memphis. Okay. And also a 4-day stay at the cheapest Airbnb that I can find in Memphis, Tennessee. Some details here to share with you. Oh, there's my screen. There it is. This is the Memphis R&R hostel dorm room bed for 6 parentheses top. They say we have cheap beds, it has fast Wi-Fi, and free stories. Whatever it means. Probably not. I haven't done the hostel thing before. I'm told that if you're willing to share a bunk bed with a stranger, that's it's cheap. But yeah, I goes well for you. And of course, I get you tickets to the #1 convention in Memphis, Tennessee. Everyone is excited about. That's right. It's the 2023 International Santa Celebration hosted by the International Brotherhood of Real Bearded Santas.
Santa! I know him!
This is exactly what I was hoping for. How did you know?
This is they have 2 days of Santa workshops for professional Santas, 5,000 square feet Santa Venderia. I wasn't able to pull up their schedule for this year, but I have their vendor list here. Some of which include Mountain Mountain Man Beard, Santa's Tailor, Stomper Boots, the Sewing Elves, Santa's Closet, Clan Klaus Society, and you can see on the upper left there that's Santa's Drill Team, because mixing together Santa Claus and a military drill team is exactly what everyone needed.
Perfect.
So now that I'm you a second job, third job as a professional Santa. First, the first thing you have to look the part. So I'm getting you. This is a professional cola style Santa from Santa Tailor on Etsy. This is a professional Santa suit, not like a Spirit Halloween style, but a professional grade. I think Sim Cola style is based off the old Coca-Cola commercials. But this is definitely the real. I also mentioned that it's the International Brotherhood of Real Bearded Santas. They were formed in 1995 after a group of Santas needed to do a photo shoot together with the call for talent that asked for Santas with real beards. So you'll definitely have to work on that a little bit. For which I'm getting you Wild Willie's Beard Grip Kit.
I've always wanted one of those.
This is incredibly sketchy. The power of caffeine and biotin give your beard its best chance to grow its full potential from the outside in. Together, the two form a dynamic duo of energy and inducing lives I can't say on stream. So now you look the part as a professional Santa, and getting into professional Santa game. I was thinking, I had to give you something, that gives you a leg up. What can make you like really unique as a personal Santa in this day and age, and it came to me that you probably get a reindeer team to game together out of all of your fursuiter friends. And I have several reindeer and deer adjacent suitors. Hi, Doc. But for this look the part, I am getting you a total 8 different sleigh bell reindeer harnesses. These are of natural love and are each covered with 30 sleigh bells. The Etsy page notes that, quote, with 31.5-inch bells, this harness is very loud. Be warned, it will draw attention.
You can get it for all the cat fursuiters too. Make it very hard for them to sneak up on you.
How dare you? But that is very true. Very true. And finally, as Santa, there's one last thing that you're going to need. I'm going to have to do my best Rod impression here. That's right. New sleigh. This is
just what I wanted.
This is a four-seat sleigh. Mint photo shoots. It's 10 feet long. It's 381 pounds. Embrace the holiday season with this Santa sleigh. It can fit 4 people to create perfect family memories or to display in your business or event. So the Memphis, Tennessee, totally well expected convention showcase can be yours in our imaginations if the cost is correct. So Phelan, while you're thinking about what this convention showcase might cost, if you're watching us live in the Twitch chat, I want you to type in the dollar value that you think that list of prizes is worth. Both, to help think a guess, and also if you're close and try and do some quick math. If anyone is particularly close that I can give shout outs to.
Yes, please help us.
Yes, I'm going to start wildly guesstimating here, and I feel like I should pull out a piece of paper so I can start writing things down. Otherwise, I will completely forget.
Okay.
Paper.
I have it here up on the. You Chesney, $50 in a biggie bag from Wendy's.
$50 in a biggie bag from Wendy's. Perfect. Thank you, Chesney.
I mean, that's either price or about dollars. I forget.
Yeah. Ooh, Tom Orange Mouse coming out with a strong 13,745, which is both very specific and a lot of money. But maybe that includes the 10-foot Santa sleigh, which I assume is not cheap.
I think that's
through
a wild card.
When you think they might cost. Well,
right. All right. So Greyhound, I know is. Yeah. Oh yeah, the harnesses. So I know Greyhound is not super cheap. Like it's you still have to pay for a ticket. I actually know someone who drives a Greyhound and is going to be very disappointed in me that I don't know how much this costs. Or maybe he'll be glad that I don't have to deal with it. Who knows? Love you, Hurley. I'm going to say $100 from here to Memphis, right? It's from North Carolina to Tennessee. So it's not a short trip, but it's also, not like going across the country or anything. So that's my guess right now. 4 days in an Airbnb. So Memphis is a large-ish metropolitan area. They're competing with hotels. So They're not going to be quite as pricey as a hotel stay probably, but I'm sure they're going to want to raise their prices so they can at least, be right under but still competitive. So I'm going to say maybe $200, $50 a day. Let's see. What else? Tickets to an international Santa convention celebration. So ticket price is going to wildly depend on how much they're paying for their venue.
Oh, yeah.
Right, and venue costs depend on how well you negotiate. As
I'm annoyed by how much that us as people who convention know about venues these days.
Right, but this sounds like it doesn't sound like a professional conference, right? Because if I do software engineering. If you go to a software engineering conference, they're going to charge you as much as they can because they just pay the venue cost, whatever they're quoted, and it's super expensive. But this also isn't like a weekend convention, which typically has lower prices because all the business centers don't have events on the weekend normally, and so they're willing to fill that time slot. So I'm going to say $500 for a ticket. That might be a little bit expensive, but who knows? Ballpark.
Professional Santa suit.
Professional Santa suit. Cheaper than a fursuit is my guess. So that is our starting point. 300? I'm not basing that off of anything. It just feels right to me. I don't know if the chat wants to chime in and tell me that I am off base here, but we'll assume 300 for the Santa suit. I can come back to that.
Again, if you have any other final guesses at total price of this showcase, now's your chance to put it into the chat.
Right. Ooh, Taro is saying $800 total. I don't know. That feels too low to me just because the Santa sleigh is gonna cost. The Wild Willie's beard growth kit. Snake oil doesn't cost that much, but I'm sure they want to charge as much as they can.
Not to make it.
So, right? But it's also just like a tiny bottle, if I saw the picture correctly. So, $25? and I assume they really just want you to keep coming back and buying bottle after bottle.
Oh yeah, you know the podcast strategy.
Right. All right.
Some awful podcasts I don't listen to.
8 sleigh bell reindeer harnesses. So those were leather harnesses, right?
Yeah, these are real leather. The craftsperson, I think they might be part of the fandom. I couldn't look it up based off of Etsy names.
Right. So first off, leatherworking is not cheap. You have to have the materials. You have to figure out how to actually work with it and produce a product. Also, reindeer are rather large. Hi, Doc. Doc is tall, if you've ever met our wonderful caribou. Of course, I'm short, so everybody's tall compared to me. I don't know. I want to say like one of them would cost $75, maybe more than that, depending on who's selling it. Right? You could probably get away with charging up to like $150. But I want to say $75. So 8 times 75 is 600. If I did that correctly.
Yes, your math is correct. I can't comment on your price.
Darn. Hey, Dusk, is my price correct?
No.
Thank you for the help. Okay, so chat says, I think that suit is going to be pricey too. And Ponder Beaver says it's going to be a flat 1,000. Yeah. I might be coming under, but we'll see. All right, and then we come to the 10-foot Santa sleigh, which I assumed like this is an actual sleigh that you can hook up to a team of horses, probably, or dressed as reindeer.
It's a photo prop, but it is a large, nice photo prop. It's the kind of prop that you'd see a professional Santa using a mall with like able to have a whole family.
Okay, so it's a photo prop and not a sleigh that you would actually take out.
It is a photo prop, but it is close to be a actual sleigh.
Okay. So if it's a photo prop, it's probably going to be cheaper than an actual sleigh because it doesn't have to withstand being dragged through the snow by horses and or caribou. But it has to be solid enough to actually have people get into it, and it's big, right? It's 10 feet. So I'm gonna guess.
I got it jotted down, but if you want to type a new one in the chat, I'll take that from you.
I'm gonna guess 1,000 for this sleigh. Tom Orange Mouse is saying 6,750. I believe that's total. And I said 1,000 for the sleigh. So now I have to pull out my calculator because I'm not doing all of this addition by hand. Let's see, I said 1,000 to the sleigh.
So you said 600 reindeer harnesses. You said 20 for the beard growth kit. Before, I don't remember.
Yeah. I came up with a total of 2,725, and I want to round up just to an even 3,000.
Okay. Number, you said an even 3,000?
Yes. Let's go with an even 3,000.
Thank you for making my math easier.
Ponder Beaver is saying 4,500 grand total. We got another quote for 6,750. Taro is saying 2,000. So we have a range of 2,000 to almost 7,000 for our guesses.
Okay.
Phelan, I love
but
you.
Final
I
answer.
Undervalued some of these.
I told you I don't go shopping very often. I hate spending money. I don't know how much stuff costs.
I can't tell you yet. I can't tell you yet. I can tell you you've undervalued at least one, but that's not going to say
at least
much.
One item. All right. I don't know, Rose. Should I round up? Should I make my my guess bigger? Oh,
Too late. We're moving on.
I'm locked in.
Oh no! Wait, don't I get to guess?
Rose, you're getting showcase number 2.
Oh, we don't both guess for each.
Oh yeah, sorry for that. That wasn't clear.
No problem.
So the bad news is that yes, and you might be excited about that number 1 Memphis Convention Showcase. But the good news is I'm you another Memphis Tennessee Convention Showcase.
Yay!
So you're also getting Greyhound bus ticket from Asheville to Memphis, and you're also getting Ford at the cheapest Airbnb in Memphis, Tennessee. I can tell you, I have a few more details jotted here. Our guests are relaxed and chill. We are short on amenities, long on love. Maybe you get to leave a cookie sheet on the back porch. We'll eventually find it in like your hardly ever renew at the R&R hostel. Fast Wi-Fi and free stores.
Phelan, what do you want?
What bunk do I want?
Bunk, you know, I got Phelan on the top bunk. I think you're good at the bottom bunk, but you can trade if you want.
No, I'm good. I'm good with bottom.
Okay. And you know, Rose, I'm not getting you new tickets to the convention, but I am getting you tickets to the number 2 convention that everyone is excited about in Memphis, Tennessee. That's right. It's tickets to the 23 Portable Sanitation Association International Convention and Trade Show. That's right. It's Porta Potty 2023.
This is on my
Congratulations, Rose.
That's right. I'm getting you into the porta potty rental business with the highly rated trade show mentioned on the podcast Untalk. With trade show floor with manufacturers, suppliers, software providers, and more for porta potty rental business. Participate in a variety of education opportunities, including our hands-on learning hallway sessions, because that's exactly what I wanted to spend a weekend on, is a hands-on learning porta potty session. Hear from industry experts, be a part of our discussion on porta potty roundtable speaker sessions, hear about the latest industry advancements, everything you ever wanted to know about portable sanitation.
Dusk, it's beyond my wildest dreams.
Yeah, Chesney, I think, has come up with a new best name for this event, JohnCon 2023.
He's not wrong. Oh, I already flashed it, but now that I'm getting you into the porta potty business, you know, you started with 10 satellite global portable restrooms. They were originally intended as an entry-level restroom. Have evolved into an extremely cost-effective restroom with a rich assortment of unique benefits. I'm going to spare you the entire paragraph I have here talking about the benefits of the potty. But this is of the base level porta potty, and I'm getting you 10 of them.
Thank you, really, from the bottom of my heart.
In addition to offering your porta potties, I am getting you 6 gallons of Tide portable toilet deodorant. This is like a concentrate for the stuff in the bottom of a porta potty, which I found out comes in bubblegum, cherry, and mulberry fragrances. Because I've ever smelled any of those 3 things within half a mile of porta potty.
It's the thought that counts, Dusk.
Also, who wants to smell bubblegum in that context? All right, so we're launching your new potty rental business, and I figured you know I got Phelan, the reindeer team, to set his news apart. in order to set your business start, I'm just giving you a full-on mascot. So I'm getting you a Funsies Skunk Kigurumi. This is a mass-produced Kiguru that off of Amazon. I highly recommend supporting furry individual makers. People who great work on our fandom, but I needed something that could pull a price down. So this is like not a like bargain basement one, but this is kind of the nice mass produced. And first I was thinking, first you needed a mask, but you'll probably employ uniforms anyway. So I'd up that and just get you 10 of them.
Oh yeah.
So now you can have a team of skunks servicing your porta potties. And you're
all coming together.
It is, and both because I haven't been the nicest giving you a porta potty business. So both to take care of you and to complete the aesthetic, I'm getting you a 100 full face vapor and particulate aspirator gas mask.
Sweet.
So this is it. The number 2 convention in Memphis, Tennessee, PortaCon 2023. Can be yours, our imagination.
Wow, this is unbelievable. I can't wait to get started on the Collie Potty Rental Company.
It's amazing.
Did you choose on purpose that this is the number 2 convention? Is it also the number 1 convention? Is it number 1 and number 2?
Yes, it is ranked both number 1 and number 2.
Okay, great. Just making sure we're covering all the bases. Okay, so let's start with our bus tickets. Phelan, I agree. I think it's probably going to be about $100 to get to Tennessee. I think that Airbnb. I think you're pretty spot on with the Airbnb. Also, I think that's probably about $50 a night. I'm gonna bump it up just a little bit. I'm gonna just say it's $100 for the bus. And let's say $250 for the Airbnb, so that's $350 so far. I'm gonna need some paper.
If you're watching us live on Twitch again, please put this in the chat.
Yes, please help me.
As to
I need help.
Both for and
so we've got a guess for 8,325 in the chat.
So we're doing
no pens.
No pens. So I'm doing it on my computer calculator. Okay, so tickets to this really wonderful Porta Potty Show convention.
Now, this is a trade show. I'll tell you.
I'm gonna say that I don't work in the porta potty industry, so this is just a blind guess.
Yet.
But I'm gonna say that it's $150 to get in for the weekend. That's like, sponsor level for a convention, so that should get you some good stuff.
Sure.
Okay, I think the porta potties are gonna be the wild card. I think that's gonna be expensive. So how much would you pay for a porta potty? And multiply that by 10. Chat, do you have any good guesses for me? Says, is that $5,500 for each porta potty, or for all 10, or for everything?
I think people are typing in their total guess.
Okay.
If people are helping for a specific item, I think they're typing the specific item.
Okay.
Tom Orange Mouse thinks $600 a potty.
That's what I was thinking too. I was thinking like $500 a potty, so that would put us up at $5,500. Okay, now 6 gallons of cherry flavored toilet deodorizer, delicious.
Cherry flavored.
You mean you don't want to see what it tastes like?
No, I do not.
Nope.
Oh, maybe it's just
I don't want to know it either.
All right, so 6 gallons. Is it concentrated? Do you know?
Yes, this is concentrate. I think I have if I remember correctly, you use 2 ounces of concentrate for 5 gallons of water in order to the bottom of or fill the bottom of a porta potty.
Oh, Dusk, you're giving me the hookup. That sounds like a lifetime supply of porta potty deodorizer. So I'm gonna say that this is another. I'm gonna say that this is $400. And now we get to the Kigus, which are mass produced. I think they're gonna be kind of cheap. I feel like they're gonna be like $50 a piece. So let's add 500. And then this gas mask, that looks like the real deal. I feel like I could go into like the apocalypse or something. Like Mad Max with my gas mask. Or I guess a porta potty before I put my cherry flavored deodorizer into it. So
I think this might help you survive a porta. I gotta say, like skunk goo with like gas mask. I don't know what aesthetic that is, but that's an aesthetic.
Absolutely, that'll be my next cosplay. Okay, so I'm at $6,400 right now before the mask. I think it's overshooting it a little bit, but I'm gonna say the mask is gonna be $500, and my guess is gonna be $6,900.
$6,900 obligatory toke and dab here.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the chat to say nice.
Doing the math, doing the porta potty math.
So at the risk of helping my competition, Rose, I think I disagree with you. I think you've underestimated the price of an individual porta potty if we're buying it.
You're probably right.
So this is your
Not that I have any experience buying porta potties.
Last call for guesses on the new showcase on Twitch chat. You know, if you want to put in a last guess for us to shout out to the closest before we scroll back and start revealing the answers. I'm gonna give
Let's do it.
couple moments for people to type in for Twitch delay. Just give a couple moments while I scroll back. Should have done this better. All right. And pull up my answer sheet here on my camera. We got one final bit in. Thank you. All right, so Phelan, we gave you the first Memphis convention showcase. This is to the convention. Greyhound bus tickets for Nashville to Memphis. These cost, I think y'all are right, this cost $90.
Nice.
A 4-day stay in the cheapest B&B in Memphis, Tennessee. This is a hostel. You're sharing beds. It only comes out to a total of $90. This is the cheapest on Airbnb by quite a ways. Probably a reason. Oh, wrong way. Tickets to the down on my spreadsheet. Tickets to the International Santa Celebration. Surprisingly, general admission tickets only $50.
That is cheaper than I thought it would be.
Yeah, very affordable to get in. Then we come to the professional cola style Santa suit. You were on the track when you said that this is not quite as much a suit. But I think there's perhaps not quite the same amount, but pretty close. By Santa's Tailor, I see this is listed for $1,980.
Ooh, I underestimated that.
Yikes.
Next we
so if the fursuit thing doesn't work out, we can all do Santa suit building instead.
Why not both? And so, fursuit Santa is. I know that's also an aesthetic. Wild Willie's beard growth hit. Please do not actually take this. It's $30. You're pretty close on that. The 8 sleigh bell reindeer harnesses is Rose. I think you piped the right idea here. This is real leather, and a handcrafted. Each sleigh bell harness is $250. So 8 comes out to $2,000. Tom, you're asking me how much the Santa suit? It was most $2,000. 1982. And our final item in the showcase, the 10-foot prop Santa sleigh. In the great irony, $6,009. Again,
dang.
Yeah, so this is your case with all these items kind came out to a total of $11,151. You have $3,000 for a difference of $8,151.
So I was off by just a little bit.
It's a little bit, but when I said that you were both experts in this, we all knew that was a lie.
Yep. It was the sleigh that did me in. That was the big one.
Yeah, it was the sleigh that did you in. Tom, you were right. You dropped it a little bit because you're over, but you are close to the guess in the chat when you said 6,745. So congratulations on that. And that's down to Rose's case, another Memphis, Tennessee showcase. Again, the Grey House tickets, $99. Pulling up my.
Thank you, Phelan.
4 days at this Airbnb, $90. General admission gets to Puerto Con 2023. $315.
Oh my god!
So you were right about when you said that industry trade shows way more expensive than conventions that people will go to for fun. I mean, not that
because they can make the companies pay for them.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because they make companies pay for it. All that kind of thing going on. Now, the big item in your showcase was the 10 porta potties. I can tell you that each porta potty cost $884.30, bringing the cost of 10 to $8,940.
Oh no!
So you're under, but you weren't that far off. You got at least half of the price there.
Thank you. Build me up. Don't break me down.
6 gallons of Tough Guy portable toilet deodorizer. I think you said 300. And this is 260. So right on that. Similarly, the Dunk Kigu. You said $50 each. They're only $40 each on Amazon. This comes out to $400. Yeah, you were very. And the gas masks. Someone correctly said in that a well-made gas mask can be expensive. This is one of those. This one is only $100. So all in together, the number 2 convention show comes out. So you get $6,900. This comes out to $10,207. Difference of $3,307. Congratulations, Rose. In our nominations, you're going into the porta potty bit.
Yes! Woohoo!
Congratulations.
Also, congratulations. I also want to give a shout. Again, closest guess, Tom Orange Mouse. You said 8,325. You're less than $1,000 away, which for something we have no context on is a pretty good guess.
So what I'm hearing is next time we need to get Tom on here.
We do.
Do it.
Tom, I run Jet Fruity at BRFS for us last year, which was a lot of fun. I definitely recommend him to his events if you can make it. All right, so
I still maintain that it was the last one that slayed me. Sorry, I thought of it. I had to sneak that in there at the end.
Oh, come on, Dusk. Reindeer puns.
I was just waiting for someone to come in with the caribou.
Get out of this pun train with the escape house. with that, it is time for our second and final game of the day. We're gonna play some that is very simple. I'm gonna give you 2 different categories. Then I'm gonna give you a set of items one time. All you have to tell me is it this or is it that? I'm gonna jot down on my score pad here. Your 2 categories today. Kids games. These are televised game shows. I think they are all international. I don't think indies were broadcast in the U.S. All have kids as contestants. A few of them might include families or teenagers. And they have kids as their intended audience. Your second category, horror movies. This is a very we're taking a very broad definition of horror. Anything that's suspense, dark fantasy, thriller, anything in that vein. We're counting as a horror for the sake of this game. I know people like to the what counts as a horror film. We can all agree these are not children's game shows. I'm going to give you a description of a plot, either the entirety or a component of either a game show and a horror movie, and both of you are going to guess which one it is. Is it this or is it that?
Is there an order to guessing, or is it whoever chimes in first?
You can both tell me what you think on each one. You can agree or disagree. That's up to you. I'm gonna keep score here, but this is a less competitive game. Just see how well that you tell the difference between these 2 obvious different things. All right, here's your first one. Trapped in the home of a giant who eats people snacks, a group must escape through a giant-sized kitchen. And please play along with us in chat. Let us know what you think these are. If you guys one, shout it out. Maybe after I reveal the answer.
Yeah. All right, chat, help us out.
Jalen Rose, thoughts on this?
This one to me sounds like a kid's game show.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's written as if it could be a horror movie, but this feels like good material for a game show. So I'm gonna say game show.
Yes.
All right.
I can picture kids climbing over the furniture and stuff.
You are absolutely correct. This is a UK game show from 2010 called Fee-Fi-Fo Yum. The big conceit is the studio is inside of a giant skin. You can see on the right side there. And the big obstacle course at the end, like just like yes, and the losers get picked up by the giant fingers with the camera trick, and he like eats them at the end of the show. So you both got that one. Here's your next one on the list. A participant must navigate chambers filled with traps connected by some pipes. Is kids' game show
Interesting.
or is this a horror movie?
I'm gonna go game show again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This almost feels like it could be a Top Ninja type thing, which is, I guess there could be a kids version of it as well. But also, I do not watch game shows, so I'm out of my depth here. But I think I'm going to go game show, sticking with Rose.
Looks like chat's kind of split on this one. I tell you, this one is actually a horror movie. It's called Meander. I don't watch a lot of horror. I had some friends describe this one for me. It is very trippy. It is pretty gory and is kind of a purgatory metaphor. It gets very esoteric at the end. I'm told it's not very good. All right, here's just one on the list. Transport to a magical tower in the middle of the 6 unfortunates play games of betrayal to determine only one who can escape. Superhero was thinking of The Cube, which is both a horror movie and a game show. I almost included one or the other on this list. Is this a fantasy horror movie, or is this a dark fantasy children's game show?
I don't know. Calling them unfortunate, feels like it's just out of touch enough to be a real game show.
I was gonna go with horror movie this time.
Okay.
Yeah. The chat is also saying horror movie. So Rose, you're going for horror movie. I'm gonna stick with game show. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Let's do it, chat.
Yeah. Twitch chat thinks horror movie. I can tell you, the children's game show. So Phelan, you were right on this one. This one is called True. 6. There's this wonderful intro. I recommend going. There's this like fantasy animated intro where like it says like if you say the name of like this evil person like 3 times on the television, you get sucked in to this fantasy world and have to compete against your friends. You can see in the left picture there, everyone's wearing an earpiece. In each team, one person is told that they're the leader. And if the team completes the challenge, then the traitor has to stay behind on that level, and otherwise they have to vote out all the traitor was. And everyone else is trapped in this dark fantasy tower forever. What's funny is I don't think they ever mentioned prizes on the show. They're just fighting to escape here. So I don't know what
prizes with survival.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with British and very dark children's game shows. But here's your next one. Failure to complete tasks is met with penalties from Punisher, a man in a black mask.
I don't know. This feels like there should be a secret third option for what category this falls into. I'm going to leave it at that. I think horror movie.
I think so too, but I've been wrong the last 2 times, so now my confidence is gone.
So you're both saying horror movie.
Yeah.
Tom a minute for chat. Tom says game. Although Mary Lee says
if you have a set of tasks that you're supposed to complete, that could fit into a game show.
Say that again, Phelan.
I said if you have a set of tasks that you're supposed to complete, I can see that fitting into a game show.
Yeah, so both of you are in horror movie. Chat definitely thinking game show. I can tell you. Chat is correct. This is a Canadian actually game show called This started as a parody game show, or parody of a game show on a kids comedy show. I'm blanking on the name of. It got spun out into its own full game show, kind of taking a parody version of a game show. The Punisher you can see in that third picture there. There's a wheel each round to determine what happens, and one thing that can happen is that you have to answer multiple choice question, or the Punisher dumps slime your partner. So that's what that was. Also, who thought this was a good idea for a costume for a kids game show?
Right?
Honestly, that's what made me choose horror movie. I thought it was gonna be too not okay.
I don't know that it's okay, but yeah, this was on TV Canada in the late 90s, early 2000s.
That explains a lot.
They did it.
The Punisher is shoving kids. He picks up kids and shoves to the gun shank. It's surprising to me at the least. This is you silly Canadians. All right, our next one on the list. A group of 6 must progress through a series of increasingly dangerous themed escape rooms.
This feels like a game show. It does, and that makes me want to say it's a horror movie. Yeah.
Right? I know, this feels like a trick description here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm going with game show. I'm going with my gut. I've been wrong before. I'll probably be wrong again.
Only one of us could be right.
Rose, you said you're going with horror film for this one?
Yes. Yep.
I'm gonna give a minute for chat to put in its guess. Looks like chat is leaning towards horrors here, along with Rose. I can tell you, Rose, you're right on this one. Is 2019 film Escape Room. I think this one's fairly known. I think it was in U.S. theaters. The plot is basically what exactly as the hint I gave you described. They're showing up thinking that they're doing escape room, but it turns out they're deadly. If I'm not mistaken, there's multiple horror movies with the oh no, this escape room is the conceit that have come out now, out beyond just this franchise. So yeah, this is I think this was pretty well viewed. So if you're looking for a film to watch off of this list, maybe go with this one.
Great, thank you, chat. Couldn't have done it without you.
All right, next one. Here we go. Challenges take place in a school overtaken by supernatural beings. The challenge involves participants dressed as mice trying to put a bell on a giant cat.
That sounds awesome. I want this to be a game show because I would love to watch that. I would love to participate in that just once.
Yeah,
I agree.
Chat is saying horror.
Yeah, I hope it's a game show because I want to see pictures of these mice children.
I know,
but I have a feeling it's going to be a horror movie because I don't know where.
I can tell you, you're going to see people dressed. Yeah. So you're saying horror movie. I can tell you, you're going to see a picture of people dressed as mice either way. For all the horror movies, I've cut it out. I've picked. I've been active with the screenshots. With it'll be adorable either way. Phelan, what's your guess?
I'm going with horror movie just because, well, I love this premise. I think actually having a giant cat be a part of a game show would be difficult to do.
Yeah. What's funny is I'm thinking of I can name examples of games with giant game shows are my topic if you haven't figured it out already. Chat for the most part is I think are saying horror films. I was very excited about the mouse themed question by Tom. I can tell you that this is a Japanese. Come on, Japanese horror. Oh, sorry, I skipped steps there. Japanese horror movie, unfortunately, called As the Gods Will. These are kids in a school taken over by supernatural beings. Kind of the conceit is that they're like these beings are like lucky. There's the blanking on the name of the red face orb thing. Starts with the D. Someone in chat might help here. But there's the lucky cat there that in order to survive, they have to put a ball on the cat.
They needed some of those reindeer harnesses.
Yeah, we do. Superhero says that this was I think recognize this. This was before Squid Games, but and there's definitely a Japanese like the battle royale style of or adjacent films. This is inside of that tradition.
Yeah, Battle Royale was a good movie. It got recommended to me by a teacher back in high school. Surprisingly bloody to recommend to a high school student, but I enjoyed it.
I have already lost track of the score between the two of you. Maybe see someone help, but you're both winners in my heart.
Oh.
Our next one. Here we go. A group of individuals made to swap places with their pets and go through what their pets have to do on a basis.
I also want this to be a game show.
Yeah, me too.
Someone in chat telling me that the scores tied on that. I can tell you again. This is either a horror movie where bad pet owners get like deserved competence, or it's an incredibly adorable show. It's one or the other. I'll tell you.
There is no in between. I'm going game show because I want to see this.
Me too.
Okay. Is I'm not sure. Describes which. I think some people are saying.
Chesney says it sounds like a con panel. I think it's just a con.
Sounds like the truth that I want. To be fair, game show. Tom, I don't know if that horror, but it sounds fun. I don't know if that applies to this or the last one. They both do sound like fun. I can tell you that this is a very adorable children's show.
Nice.
I think, it's from 2001 in the UK. Like one episode exists on the internet that I could pull screen caps from. I think we have kids dressed as their pet hamster and mouse, respectively. And there's a game there you can see on the left when they're in giant handballs doing against each other. So yeah, this is incredibly adorable. So this is also my apology for the previous question.
We'll have to make this a con panel or game show in the future.
You run it, Phelan, and you know that. The game show catastrophe main event that I wrapped Whiskered and RFF, where I put people in silly costumes and make them play games with fursuiters. It's fun and very, very silly. Kind of like this.
Can confirm.
Rose, you've co-hosted at least 2 of those, and have done a wonderful job with that. I'm very thankful.
Thank you.
There we go. Okay. Here's your next one.
Oh dear.
If questions are not answered correctly, participants are subjected to devices such as an Iron Maiden or steamroller squishers.
This feels like so obviously a horror movie that I wonder if it has to be a game show in disguise.
I just can't see how they can make a kid-friendly Iron Maiden, so I'm gonna say horror movie.
I know. I have to
Okay,
say
we'll
horror
give a
movie
minute.
too, but I'm waiting for the twist.
I'm gonna give a moment for chat to catch up with me. Tom says horror. Ponder says horror. Sounds like trivia murder party. I'll do that.
Yep.
I can tell you, this is actually, believe it or not, it's a children's game show called It's Torture from 1989. It was part of a larger kind of sketch show called I think called Motormouth. There's no like gore or violence here. I could get you can see the steamroller like stickers on the there. To get a question wrong, they like roll you for running. And the Iron Maiden that slowly closes is a big foam prop. Something kind of funny about this show is there's like a first round where they are subjected to like devices, and then the winner play in a second round where if you lose in the second round, you just get slimed, which is like a completely different, like very different like tonal shift.
Right. What a weird show. What a 90s show.
Yeah, it is. Again, a lot of these are from the UK. I do know what it is with the UK, and like I get that the Brits are more comfortable with like failure than the American audiences are. Like in a Nickelodeon American, when you get slimed, if on a UK show, if you lose, you get slimed. But like this is a little bit far. I mean, come on.
I can't believe it.
On the list. Okay, here we go. A group is trapped in a school during a zombie apocalypse. Their only hope is the zombies' vulnerability to a high-pitched sound alarm. Is this a kid's
I can see this being a game show. It also feels like a kid's horror movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go with horror movie.
Yeah, chat says kids horror game show.
Kids horror.
Oh yeah, that's what it is.
If it's I'll tell you if it's got kids in a game show aesthetic, it's in the game show category. I think a few of these the game shows, obviously some of them definitely have horror risks.
I'm gonna go game show.
Okay, so Faye went game show. Rose, is your go horror movie?
Yeah.
Turns out this one's a game show. This is from just 2019. It is Project Z. Again, UK. Their conceit is kids have to do like escape room style puzzles. But they're zombies, and if you get touched by a zombie, you get ended. The finale of the show, they turn on the sound alarm, and if any kids have been touched by a zombie, they're also affected by the sound alarm. I'm told to act. From the makers of Fire Drill, says Chesney. Yes, so this was on TV very recently. When I was a kid, I was terrified of like, what was on Nickelodeon. I don't know how these kids watch this and don't have panic attacks.
I just want to play and bring back Humans versus Zombies as like giant in-person games. That faded out before I made it to university, so I never got to participate in it.
No.
Oh.
I was there. I didn't play, but I take some classes at a local parkour school or parkour gym, and they were hired as initial zombies for one of the Humans versus Zombies runs, which is very cruel to the participants. Okay. With individuals wearing mascot animal masks. I accidentally word there. A group of Avengers wearing mascot animal masks must put out one person each round until only one remains.
This feels like a game show.
I think it's a horror movie again. I think that voting is it's not enough of a game. It's got to be like they're voting to kill each other or something.
So Phelan, you're sticking game show. Rose, you're with horror movie.
I think I'm sticking with game show. I think I'm going to be wrong here, but I'm sticking with it.
Yeah. I tell you, this one's a horror movie. It's called Judge, another Japanese show. The conceit is that these people have committed one of seven different seven deadly sins. They find out about each other on the screens in front of them. And they wear animals that correspond to their great sin. Like the lion was prideful, and so. I've seen clips of this. It's definitely not for kids. Yeah, Tom does. Of course, you said game show right when it's horror. Surprising overlap between the two. It's. I'm surprised how hard it is when you reduce. Okay. A group of video gamers wear futuristic suits and are placed to a VR simulation where only one gamer will be able to.
Hmm. Tom says Spy Kids 3D. You're not wrong. I agree with you there.
You're not wrong.
Phelan, I think
there's also that. Also, the plot
was that Rose?
Sword Art Online, I think, the anime.
Yeah, Sword Art Online. Yep. I think that this is going to be a game show.
Yeah. I was thinking horror movie because I could see the premise, but let's go with game show.
Okay. I can tell you this one is a horror movie from 2016 called The Call Up.
Sorry for leading you astray.
There definitely been there definitely been game shows that have played with virtual reality trope. I think in the US, Nick Arcade was perhaps the first where the bone where kids have to go inside the video game. This one, the conceit is that a group of gamers just to this abandoned tower that a corporation about, and have to wear VR suits that they trapped inside of, and will electrocute them if they die in the game.
How nice.
Yeah.
Mary Lee says that several anime. I believe it. I'm not a huge anime buff, and so if I know of one, I'm sure there's more. It's Mangler Asian Productions. I think this one is definitely being. I wouldn't pass being a Japanese film with a similar premise, given a lot of what I've seen doing research here, but very Western, very kind of playing off Call of Duty aesthetics. Not exactly sure how many we have left. But now we have about 5 minutes left. We're going to go through the rest a little bit faster. In the year 2110, mankind is almost extinct due to industrial robots that have taken over the world, save for a small group trying to fight back.
Game show.
Yeah, I was going to say this sounds too much like a horror movie to be a horror movie.
Yep. People are saying game show in the chat. You're going game show. I can tell you, you're right. This is Mission 2110. Released in 2010, hence 100 years in the future. Kids go to help the one remaining human in this world that's been taken over by these robots. Our next one. Oh, here we go. In a bunker deep Earth's surface, either all the men or all the women must be cryogenically for the remainder to survive. Game show or horror movie?
I think horror movie.
This feels, yeah, I was gonna say, this feels too out of touch to be a game show. Although I could be wrong about that, so I'm gonna go with horror movie.
Yeah, and I don't think the kids will be debating on whether to freeze the dudes or the girls.
Yeah.
You got to get rid of those cooties.
Chat is a little split on it. Millie says BBC Kids Game Show. It is correct. This is a kids game show called Sub-Zero. I couldn't.
What a weird game show.
Yeah, the description said that they're in a bunker, but you can see on the image on the left, they're being blasted into space. This was like 90s, early 2000s, like technology call-in, video call stuff. You can see kids wearing headsets. Our next one on the list. Here we go. A group explores a futuristic, currently underwater spaceship. I meant to say that only once, but it is both underwater and on spaceship exists in the present day due to time travel.
Game show.
Oh, I was so surprised by the last one. I think I'm gonna say horror movie.
Tell you, this one is actually a horror movie. It's called Fear. I don't think it was very highly rated. This group explores this spaceship that's from the future, that's underwater, and there's this sphere inside it that magically manifests people's fears, to and including the inability to escape from the ship. It's not very good from what I'm told. I wouldn't recommend it, but this is indeed a horror movie. Ranger says Fear was awesome, so maybe I trust you more than I do myself.
Maybe. Also, I think we have to welcome our new stream participant, Rose's cat.
Oh yes, thank you. This is Cole.
We have an equal number of cats and it's on stream now. All right. The group must escape a collection of animatronics that have gone berserk after realizing their TV show will be canceled.
Game show. This feels like a game show about a game show.
Cole says game show also.
Unfortunately, this one's a horror movie.
Oh,
it's
snap.
called the Banana Splits movie. It plays. I think there was actually a show back in the 1970s called the Banana Splits with these characters. They remade it into a horror film where the characters realize the show is being canceled, and so they attack on the studio.
Reminds me a lot of Five Nights at Freddy's too.
Yeah. Only playing off that aesthetic. We have one or two questions left. A group must survive a dark lord who has taken over the Bridge Museum. Their only help? The ghost of mystery writer Agatha Christie.
Ooh.
Horror movie.
Game show.
Chat says game show. I think I'm gonna be wrong here.
Yeah, the presence of Agatha Christie tipped people off. This is indeed a game show, like Guardians of the Museum, where again, if participants lose, they become parts of the museum forever. You can see on the right there, like why doesn't the museum staff just let them out the following day? I don't get it. And I think that's our last one. Nope. Teenagers stuck in a corn maze after men must escape a killer in red. Very quickly, the show horror movie.
I'm going game show.
Horror movie.
Dalen? That one's a horror movie. That's called The Maze from 2010. And I think at least one more. Here we go. A group of treasure seekers guided by a professor explore a cave system with a hungry beast. Game show horror movie.
Game show.
Horror movie.
That was the game show. It's from 2021. don't unleash the beast. They have to, get the treasure from the treasure room and get out before it shuts. In case the beast will catch them. I think we are coming up on time. Yes, that is my last question. I lost track a little bit at the end there. Rose, I know you had a lead for a little bit there. But someone has been keeping track. I'm declaring you both on that one.
We can just say that Cole won.
I am willing to concede. I think Rose might have pulled ahead at the end.
Score tied, and say that it's a tie, and you both win. Mangler Golden says ITV's ID Kids Game Show really. Yes, definitely correct. All right, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a lot of fun. I want to say thank you to Faye and Rose for playing very silly guessing games with me. Thank you for Kazia, who's in our AV booth, helping make this run. Also, thank you to all the rest of staff and friends of mine who helped put this together and are helped making this convention. Up next is at 3:30 is Lilac, Lilac, right? With Let's Build a Furry, which should be a very fun, silly art event. I highly recommend sticking around for that. I've been Dust. This has been the Furry Game Show Meltdown. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your convention.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
This is where